Hold on to your hats, Niners Nation. In what can only be described as divine intervention in the NFL draft war room, the San Francisco 49ers narrowly avoided what could have been a catastrophic blunder during the first round of this year's selection process. The front office was so enamored with Georgia defensive end Mykel Williams that they actively tried to trade up, potentially sacrificing precious draft capital, only to watch in disbelief as their coveted pass rusher miraculously tumbled right into their welcoming arms at pick number 11. This incredible stroke of fortune has left the organization celebrating what might be the steal of the draft, while simultaneously breathing a massive sigh of relief at the bullet they dodged by not pulling the trigger on a costly move up the board. It's the kind of serendipity that championship teams are built on, and today I'm taking you behind the curtain to reveal exactly how this draft day drama unfolded in real time for one of the NFL's most respected franchises. The intensity of those draft room moments cannot be overstated. Imagine the collective anxiety as each pick was announced, the frantic phone calls attempting trades, and the mounting tension as Williams remained available pick after pick. The emotional roller coaster of hope, disappointment, renewed optimism, and ultimately jubilation captures everything we love about the NFL draft. Those moments where franchise trajectories can change in a heartbeat, where careful planning meets unpredictable chaos, and where sometimes the football gods simply smile upon your organization. General Manager John Lynch, never one to hide his emotions when discussing roster moves, was remarkably candid about just how desperately the organization coveted Williams and the lengths they were willing to go to secure him. "We tried," Lynch admitted, with the relieved expression of a man who just won the lottery without even realizing he had bought a ticket. "And thank God they took somebody else because he was still there when we picked, so we're happy." That simple statement speaks volumes about the draft evaluation process and the premium the 49ers place on elite defensive talent. The organization clearly valued Williams far above where he ultimately landed in the draft order, suggesting they may have uncovered a diamond that other teams somehow overlooked. The tension in those final moments before making their selection must have been excruciating. Watching pick after pick come off the board, hoping against hope that no team would snatch their prized target, all while knowing they had already attempted and failed to move up to guarantee his selection. It's precisely these high-stakes moments that separate good front offices from great ones, and the 49ers' willingness to aggressively pursue their targets while simultaneously maintaining the discipline to let the draft come to them demonstrates why they remain one of the league's most consistently competitive franchises, despite picking routinely toward the back end of rounds due to their regular season success. The human element of this draft saga becomes even more fascinating when viewed through head coach Kyle Shanahan's personal recounting of events. With his trademark blend of intensity and dry humor, Shanahan pulled back the curtain on the intimate family discussions that preceded the selection. "I told my wife and kids who I wanted last night. I trust them. None of you know them," Shanahan shared with a knowing chuckle. "But I told them it was Mykel, but I thought, I don't think he's going to be there. So, I was telling them it was other people you guys might think." The story takes an endearing turn when Shanahan revealed, "My wife called me this morning and said she just read a mock draft that he was going 28th, and she was worried we were completely wrong about everything, kind of doubting me." That moment of domestic football debate humanizes the entire process, reminding us that even NFL coaches face skepticism from their loved ones when it comes to draft predictions. The emotional journey continued as Shanahan described the nail-biting moments leading up to their selection. "We had a good idea he would be gone before, and you don't actually know. So we thought about moving up, and John definitely tried for a second, and I thought, good try, man, I think we should go, but they turned it down." The roller coaster reached its climax when Williams remained available against all expectations. And then we were ready to see him go, and we were ready to go to our second and third choice, but he didn't go where we thought he would. And then we got to our pick, and I thought, I can't believe you tried to trade up there. Of course he was coming. The jubilation in that moment, when preparation meets opportunity, captures everything magical about the NFL draft experience. This fortunate turn of events stands in stark contrast to the organization's infamous 2021 draft maneuvering, when they surrendered 3 first-round picks and a third-rounder to Miami to jump from 12th to 3rd overall. The target of that massive investment was reportedly Mac Jones, though the 49ers ultimately selected Trey Lance instead, with Jones still available at 15th overall to the Patriots. The symmetry between these two draft stories couldn't be more profound. One representing an overpayment for a player they could have had without trading up, and now this year's windfall of landing their top target without sacrificing any additional resources. It's a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of the NFL draft and the fine line between aggressive genius and unnecessary gambles. The Williams selection may very well represent a philosophical evolution in the 49ers draft approach. A willingness to pursue aggressive moves when the value is right, but the patience to trust their board and let the draft come to them when possible. For a team perpetually in championship contention, maximizing every draft selection is crucial to maintaining their competitive window, making this apparent draft day victory all the more significant for the franchise's future. If Williams develops into the dominant force the 49ers clearly believe he can be, this selection story will be told and retold for years to come in San Francisco football lore. Don't forget to smash that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Niners have traded up, or did they get lucky? Will Williams be a game changer for the defense? Let me know what you think. Your comments keep this channel going strong.